Hi guys, and welcome to yet another video. My name is Angie and this space is Just Call Me Angie. My sister beat my face to the god. Joanne did the thing and I was just like, I'm gonna record I'm going to record a video because we can't let that go to waste. And today I want to talk about 5 things you can do to stay motivated in your job search. So some people have been messaging me and saying, you know what, I've been looking for a job for 5 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. In fact, there's a lady who just recently got a job after a CV revamp, yay, after 3 years. And I know that sometimes it can get discouraging as you send out applications. So I want to share 5 things that you can do to be able to stay motivated for this process. So point number 1 in terms of how to stay motivated is to have a plan. Guys, I meet so many people and I'm asking them, what kind of job are you looking for? Maybe something in admin or something in HR or something even in procurement, or I mean those ones may sound like they are close, but I mean some people are just like all over the place. If you don't have a plan, you will very easily get frustrated. That's 1, you will be very frustrated, but 2, you will also not be able to measure progress or measure any similar patterns or cycles that are coming up in your job search. So for example, if you have a plan, you're trying to look for administration work, you've never done anything in administration, you don't have any experience, but you keep sending out some applications for admin, some for marketing, some for this, you get somewhere in marketing but you don't get anywhere in admin, and you keep getting frustrated because you're not finding admin jobs. If you don't have that written down, and if you don't have that, sorry guys, I'm getting a warning here for battery. If you don't have that written down, then you'll be like, okay, but how come they're not picking it up? But I'm getting some here, I'm getting some here. But you can't consolidate that feedback that you're getting in terms of either responses or no responses or poor responses to be able to inform you going forward. So number 1, have a plan. What is it that you're trying to do? What kind of job are you trying to get? What kind of role? What kind of where is it in the organization structure? Is it like a high level job, a medium level job, an entry level job? Are you looking for a job in which you get experience vis-a-vis, you know, getting paid a lot of money? Have that written down. The same people have a vision board. Write down what career or job you're looking for. That's the first thing. Number 2 is about dealing with rejection. So sometimes as you send out applications, you get rejection letters. Either, okay, you didn't meet our qualifications, or you do an interview and you get negative feedback. Remember guys, separate the rejection and the feedback from who you are as a person. What they're saying is, no, we do not feel like you are, your experiences and your fit is aligned to this particular role. We're not just saying that you're a bad person, you're not a bad HR, you're not a bad admin person, you're not a bad accountant. It's that we are not aligned, the organization and us were not aligned. So separate that. There's a way in which you can get rejected 5, 7, 10 times and you're like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Could it be my primary school grade? Because I've had somebody ask me that the other day. Could it be my high school grade that is costing me these interviews? I mean, things which are not even relevant or related or even any part of your application. So separate the rejection from who you are as a person. And then look at, there's a video which I did on, which I'm going to link somewhere here, about dealing with feedback, how to take feedback and how to use feedback. Use that, the tools that I've shared there, to be able to build on how you process that feedback and do better for going forward. Number 3 is seek feedback and criticism from people that you trust. So if all the time you are sending out applications and talking to people and things are not really making, there's no real headway, ask people who you trust or look up to about, you know, listen, I've been doing this job search. Is there some insight? Do you think I should do something differently? Should I change my CV? Do you feel like I should be differently positioned? Do you think by having this referee I'm having an issue? Or can you look at my CV and figure out what's going wrong? That will be beneficial to you. Point number 4 is use your networks. Guys, I think that this is a one which is really underplayed or people don't utilize a lot. All the people that you have worked with are part of your network, okay? And each of those people have their networks and people that they are connected with. Reach out to those people and find out from them. There's somebody trying to open the door. What's happening?
I need my Coke Zero. Okay, bye.
She's the one with pulling my network, but as you can see, hey, Lisa Botior. No, she's the one who did my face, so I can't talk bad about her. So use your network to get a job, and it's not about those complaining like, hey, I have my CV, Niku to me. No, have good relationships with your networks and be able to ask, inquire about opportunities depending on the level of closeness and freeness you have with the people. You can ask them questions about, you know, whether there are opportunities or not, or whether they can look at your CV, whether they can put in a word for you, etc. We'll do a separate video on how to build your social networks and how to leverage the networks that you have to get a job. But that's the point. look into your network, see where in your networks you have not tapped, and you see if you don't have it written down, and if you don't have it put down somewhere, then you will not be able to see who you've spoken to and not spoken to. It's so annoying if you've already spoken to somebody last week about a job and then now you're asking them again this week and next week because you can't remember that you already reached out to that person. That's a no-no. My next point is about scheduling or scheduling, whichever one you use, your week in terms of which days will you do what. So it's not sporadic, like, okay, only on Saturdays am I just going to, so you already don't have a job, and so during the week you're just going to bum and you're going to just sit at home, complain, be on social media, waste time, etc. Then one day you'll be like, oh my god, I need to look for a job, and then now all that day you just send out so many applications without having a strategy on how you're actually looking for the job. You know, decide, okay, you already decided. Point number one, it was about planning out what job you're looking for and how you're going to do it. Now you need to schedule it. So are you going to send out 5 applications a day? Are you going to send out 10 applications a day? Are you going to do referral? So maybe on Monday we're going to do 5 applications. On Tuesday we're going to go through our networks and find out what is there, and if there's something to be sent, you send it out. On Thursday, maybe on Wednesday, you're going to do follow-ups for things that you communicated before and hadn't gotten feedback, etc. That kind of thing. So schedule your career search or your job search so that you're able to maximize your time and also able to see that, okay, this is the way you'd have a timetable for school or have a timetable for work or the things that you're going to do every day at work. Do that for your job search. This is like a job and you want to plan your time well. Another point is that it's important for you to take breaks. If every day, morning to evening, Monday to Sunday, you are just doing job search, listen, you're going to get exhausted, you're going to get disappointed, you're going to feel overwhelmed, you're going to feel about the thought of doing a job search. So take breaks. It's important to have a day off or even a weekend off or something like that, just to be like, okay, let me breathe. Sometimes stepping back from what you've been actively involved in gives you clarity and enables you to just look up again. You know, sometimes just so like here, you know, you're so you lose sight of the forest because you're staring at the trees. You know, sometimes it's good to step back and see, okay, how am I doing, you know, and just breathe, look at other things, figure out what other people are doing in life, what else is going on in life other than your job search. Guys, another point is about volunteering. So volunteering is a good way for you to network, to build your networks, remember, to be able to be in the same room or in the same space with people who might have space in their organizations. Or alternatively, if you volunteer for an organization, they'll be like, oh my god, this person actually has some skill. We want them in our organization. So you want to showcase your skills. Even if you really need the money, you can find something else in the meantime. At least get the experience, because the good thing about volunteering is that you're getting experience, but you're also getting exposure to the work, but you are also being exposed to people who could potentially hire you. So look for volunteer opportunities. Guys, another thing that you can do is look for jobs, especially if you've been looking for a while. Look for jobs in a field where you can teach the thing that you have studied or the thing that you have experience in. Let me tell you, there are always people who are further behind you in the process of this particular career, whether it's in HR, it's in accounting, it's in social media, it's in marketing, it is in dancing. You are always one step further ahead than somebody else who's coming behind you. So if worse comes to worse, and I'm not saying that because teaching is like lower than other careers, I'm just saying that everybody has it in them. As soon as you have the knowledge, as soon as you have understanding of a particular subject area or matter or discipline, then you can teach other people. So let me tell you, if the job is not coming, start looking at teaching, and related to that is looking at entrepreneurship. Think about how you could turn what you have, what you know, into a business. And it doesn't have to be something big which you need like millions for capital. People have started businesses with 500 shillings or with 50,000. And sometimes it's just being in that entrepreneurial space that sparks you up or connects you with people who can get you into the employment realm again, if that is what you're interested in. Another thing is also, please do not just take in all the negative things and confess all the negative things. When people are saying there are no jobs, people are being fired, people are not being hired, the organizations are not hiring, let that not be what you're reading all the time and listening to all the time and confessing. You're just like, hey, ata hakuna kazi. Oh my god, I'm in my industry, people are being fired, people are being laid off, there's no way I'm getting a job. If you're confessing that every single moment, you're busy canceling the prayers that you're making, even as you pray by faith that, oh, I'm going to get a job. You're canceling that with your confessions. So let that not be on your tongue. As my last point, I want to say one way to stay motivated is to remind yourself that this is temporary. This is not permanent. This is temporary, and you are going to get to the other side, and this will be soon behind you. So be encouraged and don't give up hope, guys. You never know. You've seen the image, I think I'll insert it here, about this guy who is digging and he is just about to get to the treasure and then he gives up, and he was this close, guys. So don't give up. It could be your next application, it could be your next email, it could be the next phone call, the next thingamabob. It could be the very next thing that you do that gets you that job. So guys, I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been encouraging. Please stay motivated, stay encouraged. If you need prayer, please comment down below. I'ma pray for you, I promise. I'ma pray for you. And yes, please keep looking here if you need more tips, more encouragement, and I will be happy to answer your questions. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and share this video with anyone that you know who needs encouragement and needs to stay motivated with their job search. Till next time, guys. Bye.